Hold on. I know I started the stream. I don't think I've ever seen this opening though.
Persona 4 Arena Ultimax.
Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. Hold on. Why is it not bringing me to the stream? Oh snap! I'm not on stream. Hold on. Wait, no. I'm so dumb. This is not how I stream. This is how I do my regular videos. Wait a second. I'm tripping. Give me a sec. Oh my lord. I'm tripping. I'm bugging.
Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. I will.
Bop. There we go. Just realized my mic wasn't going. But I'm gonna let y'all know I finished P5, I finished P4, I finished P3. I'm probably gonna say things or make references to things that might be considered spoilers to you. So just keep that in mind. And considering this game is a part of the P3 and P4 storyline, I'm going to 100% say shit that has to do with those games and those stories and those plots, and it's most likely gonna have a lot of spoilers. Alright? So really keep that in mind. Okay. P4A story. Which one do I start with? What's P4A story? What is this? Hell? This is like different. Alright, so I guess we start off here. I don't know where I left off though. But let's just start from the beginning, because I probably don't even remember what happened.
So you will not require our assistance.
Hell no.
Is that correct?
Very well. In that case, there is nothing more to be said.
Wait. Yeah, speed this shit up.
As for your presence here, this room is ordinarily only accessible to those bound by a contract. You are fated to refine your power. You will most definitely require our assistance, eventually. Until we meet again, farewell.
I'm gonna slow it down just a little bit.
Most intriguing.
Are you certain about this? Our domain is indivisible from the destiny of our guest. Nothing meaningless happens in this room, which can only mean that the fate of our visitor just now will be...
Margaret?
Pardon. I spoke out of turn. We are only allowed to watch over and assist those guests who are bound by the terms of the contract.
Indeed.
So, the young man Yu Narukami is tied to our recent guest's fate. I wonder what fate, or rather, encounter will await him. Yu
Fate stay
Narukami.
night type shit.
Now that's a guest who never ceases to amaze.
Has Margaret had other guests besides Narukami? I wonder. It's May 5th, the day after we saw Labris and the Shadow Operatives off.
I had a hunch this was gonna happen.
Wait a second. Am I tripping? Wait. Am I tripping? Wait. What do I play first in Persona 4 Ultimax? Oh, I played the P4 story first. Okay. Get me out of here then. I play the okay, P4A. I play P4A. Alright, I got it. I play P4A. Let's get into it then. Alright. You already know we gotta start off with Narukami, what? Come on, that's the GOAT. We gotta start off with the GOAT. Talking about some fucking Labras. I don't know. Oh, hold on. Blue. The floor, the ceiling, the furnishings, everything is blue. It's quite unlike what I normally see throughout my day. And yet my heart is mysteriously calm. I recognize a slight rumbling as an engine and realize that I'm in a car. Or rather, someplace else I recognize.
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
Hi. The old man with the bizarre face sitting before me makes an expression that appears to be a smile. Sitting quietly next to the old man is a woman as beautiful and delicate as an ice sculpture.
Ah, it seems we have a guest with an intriguing destiny. My name is Igor. I am delighted to make your acquaintance.
The Velvet Room. Igor. Even though I'm barely conscious, I remember that this is not the first time I've heard those names. I see, this is a dream. This happened in the past. I've been in this room before. If my memory is correct, what he says next is...
This place exists between dream and reality, mind and matter. It is a room that only those who are bound by a contract may enter. It may be that such a fate awaits you in the near future.
The words I expect to hear fall from the old man's mouth. I'm surprised that I still remember them. Another me, the one not in the dream, can't help but smile at that.
Now then, why don't you introduce yourself?
I remember this too. When I said my name here, it forged a contract with them. And so I answer. You, Narukami. Type shit. When I open my eyes, the light is so blinding. Yeah, the light is blinding as shit. Oh my goodness. My eyes hurt. For a moment, I can't figure out where I am, and I look around.
I was on my way back.
I mutter to myself and look out the window. The sky is somewhat cloudy, unfortunately, but the scenery is as peaceful as always. It seems that I fell asleep on the train headed to the countryside where I spent the last year in Inaba. If I recall correctly, when I first came to that town, it was an afternoon just like this. I dozed off in the same way back then and was summoned to the Velvet Room. That was when Igor said that misfortunes would befall me, and just as he foretold, I was dragged into an outrageous murder mystery. That was no ordinary case. The Midnight Channel, shadows and personas, the powers of the heart. I saw things that could scarcely be believed. But I made memories there that could never be replaced as well. We gained the powers of the personas, and we suffered together. I stood with my friends on the investigation team against these misfortunes and fought alongside them. There's no way I could have overcome such ordeals without their help.
Wonder what everyone's been up to.
After solving the mystery, it was decided that I would leave Inaba, since my parents would be returning from overseas around the same time. It's been about 2 months since I last saw them all. as they said goodbye to me at the train station. I had decided to stay at the Dojima residence during Golden Week so that I could spend the holiday with my friends. Of course, my uncle was happy to hear this, and his only daughter, Nanako, should be glad to see me too.
Oh, damn it. I still haven't picked up Yosuke's gift.
Stop cussing, Narukami! Well, it is quite particular, I guess. Actually, I'd received a call from Teddy, one of my investigation team friends this morning. The details of the conversation were a bit troublesome.
Hello?
Dear
Is
Lord.
this Sensei?
Yeah, what's up?
I'm really sorry to bring this up, but I forgot to tell you something very important. I have a special request for the souvenirs I'm sure you'll be bringing your bear's friend.
Teddy, I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to tell people what you want them to bring you as souvenirs. I already have souvenirs for everyone, but oh well. Look at Narukami, he's so awesome looking. Sure enough, Teddy was only asking for some snacks that aren't sold in Inaba, so it wasn't much trouble. But there was one problem.
Oh, and one more thing. Can I ask you to pick up something for Yosuke too?
I was planning on bringing something for everyone anyway, but go ahead.
Cool! Well, Yosuke's been down in the dumps after his mommy burned his favorite nurse. She was what I called scorching hot.
Dear Lord.
Just kidding.
A nurse?
A magazine.
Come on, Sensei. You know what I'm talking about. His nurse magazine with the chest examinations and the bear behinds.
I see. And you expect me to buy him a replacement?
Of course, silly.
Fuck no!
A visitor supposed to bring presents.
All right. Oh, I was planning to head back tomorrow, but since we're meeting up early, I decided to go back today. Can you pass that on to everyone?
Aha! Then the sexy nurses will be arriving even sooner.
This
It'll be like,
motherfucker.
Sensei, we have an emergency patient. Yosuke will be so happy. Okay then, we'll be waiting for you.
Am I tripping, or is he already more annoying than in Golden? I'm a little worried now. I hope he isn't telling everybody something that would give them the wrong idea. Well, I should just call again. I should call again once I get there. But in the end,
Nurses, huh?
I wasn't able to pick one up for him. How can I put it? I feel bad for Yosuke if I gave him that magazine and every time he opened it, his friend's face kept popping up in his head. Nurses. And I have to think Yosuke has his pride too. He doesn't need me buying him this stuff. Oh! Then again, this is Yosuke we're talking about. I'm sure he'll understand if I explain my reasoning. Probably.
Now pulling into Yaso Inaba.
I don't give a
This will be the last
bum
stop.
ass nigga talking in my ear. Get on somewhere,
Inaba.
motherfucker.
Oh,
End of the line already. It looks like I've been asleep for a lot longer than I thought. Just as that thought came to me, a certain worry crossed my mind. If I had a dream of the Velvet Room, does that mean I'm gonna be dragged into another adventure? Probably. No, I shouldn't think such things. Give it a fair thought. I'm overthinking it. I don't think so. Reach out to the truth, nigga. Igor had said I'm delighted to make your acquaintance after all, so it's nothing but a dream. It's quite misleading, since I've had dreams of being summoned into that room ever since. The train begins to slow, and I take that as my cue to gather my belongings from the luggage rack above me. Stop. We're back? Alright, I just noticed that it stopped, so I was like, let me stop, What'd he say? I step out on a platform, standing in front of the train station, but the time is quiet as it's always been. The sun has started to set as the orange sky envelops the world. Now what should I do? Today is March 2nd. According to the calendar, it's the latter half of the holidays will begin tomorrow. I told Dojima that I was going to arrive today, but it seems he's been busy with work to come and get me. Alright. Ryotaro Dojima. He's my uncle. I stayed with him last year. He's a detective with the Inaba police, and he's raising his elementary school-aged daughter Nanako by himself. It seems that he was suddenly contacted by a detective from the Metropolitan Police Department regarding last year's case. We'll have to work late. What happened last year was very serious, so I guess it's not too surprising he's so busy. He shouldn't have worried about it. I recall how apologetic he sounded over the phone and can't help smiling. Hold on, I want to check the video, make sure everything's going good. Looks like it's all good. Just making sure. Shouldn't have to worry about it. Kept smiling. I told him that I knew the way over from the station, but a bag packed with necessities and souvenirs for everyone turns out to be quite a load. Nanako must be waiting for me alone at the house, so I want to get there as soon as possible too. To be honest, I don't know when the bus will come. Maybe I should just call for a taxi. Just as I'm thinking this.
Nanako?
Big bro!
Nanako! It is Nanako! There's no way I'd mistake
You
her.
came to meet me all on your own?
Aww. Why did she come to the station all by herself? True, the Dojima residence is within walking distance, but it couldn't have been easy for her. And even though it's still light out right now, it'll get dark soon and the country roads are barely lit. What would she have done if I hadn't been here? I'm about to voice my concerns, but Nanako sounds slightly proud when she
Don't
says...
worry, Dad knows about it. He gave me money for the bus.
Aww.
He said he couldn't make it, so I came instead. Welcome back, big bro. I wanted to see you so much.
My goodness, why the fuck are their lips moving? That looks genuinely stupid. I can't stop. I can't make that stop. Whatever.
Thanks. I'm happy to see you again, too.
I see. She must have wanted to show me that she's grown up too. She is around that age after all. For a moment, I'm surprised that Dojima let her do this. But I can kind of imagine what kind of conversation took place. Nanako had always been a capable girl, but over the past year, her housekeeping skills have improved greatly. She's proven herself to be very reliable. She takes the lead in many things within the house, and even Dojima can't compete with her sometimes. I can easily imagine that scene in my mind. And it's true that I'm glad someone came to welcome me. I take Nanako's hand and we begin walking side by side.
Well, no sense standing around here. What's in the fridge at home?
Mystery X.
Lots. Dad and I bought a ton of stuff since you were coming to visit.
If Nanako says so, then he really must have bought a lot. Dojima did say he'd pick up dinner for us, but if that's the case, maybe I should put together something to go with it. I asked Nanako what she wants to eat and she looks back with a twinkle in her eyes.
Are you gonna cook dinner? Ooh, I wanna help.
Nanako and I make small talk while we walk through Inaba together for the first time in a little while. Being here like this makes me feel as if I've gone back in time to a year ago. After we get back to the Dojima home, I hurry and unpack my belongings before heading to the kitchen. Nanako helps me out as diligently as she had claimed earlier. The way she mixes the eggs seemed more skillful than before. You're such a good girl, Nanako.
Good evening. This is the Evening Journal with news for May 2nd. Our top story is on the domestic airline that was hijacked yesterday.
Alright, we have hijackings, okay. The TV in the living room echoes through the house. Thinking back on it, it was quite often in this place. When I first came to Inaba, Nanako was practically being raised by the television. There had been an odd sense of distance between us around that time. She hadn't started calling me Big Bro, and we didn't cook together like we're doing now. It's the little things that bring back memories. Right as we're about done making dinner, Dojima arrives with some deluxe sushi. Nanako quickly gets up and rushes to the door. Hold on. Give me a second. Okay. Nanako quickly gets up and rushes to the door. She seems happy when her father comes home. Oh, that's cute! Holy shit! Hold on. How do I... Yeah. I'm gonna need that. Fuck. It's adorable. Dojima apologizes about the sudden increase in his workload, and then we all sit at the table and begin eating. Being here like this makes me feel like the 2 months I was gone never happened at all. There's a warm atmosphere, as if I've always been a part of this family and have lived here with them my entire life. I thank both of them from deep in my heart, and after I give them the souvenirs I brought for them, we enjoy chatting with each other as a family. Why am I getting hungry?
Phew.
Oh, that's a cool little background. Narukami, get the fuck out of the way! Damn! Asshole. Is that Jack Frost? Is that Catherine? I gotta get back on Catherine, don't I? I don't think I can stream Catherine like I've tried to before. I think that's something I gotta record, because I'm gonna be taking way too long trying to beat that shit. Another familiar room. This is the room that was prepared for me on the second floor of the Dojima residence. Nanako had fallen asleep after all the excitement. After carrying her to her room, I tell my uncle that I'll be going to bed early as well, since I have plans. All he said was okay, gesturing towards the second floor. I'm a little perplexed by this, but I have my suspicions. As I open the door to my old room, it seems I was right. The room is no different than it had been when I was living here. It's exactly the same as when I left Inaba. I close the door with a feeling of wistfulness. As I sit down on my sofa and consider my uncle's thoughtfulness, I sigh in exhaustion from a long journey. I'll be able to see my friends tomorrow. Considering that there are still several days left in this holiday, it may be nice to leave early tomorrow and go visit the shopping district.
It's raining.
The time is just before midnight. In mere moments, it will be a new day. Whenever it rains at night, I end up checking the time. While I spent the last year in Inaba, I was always checking for the midnight channel, which was a popular urban legend here in Inaba. It's a bad habit of mine, even when I'm not here. If you look at the turned off TV at midnight on a rainy night, you'll see your soulmate. Discovering that this rumor was actually true was the first reason why I became involved in the murder investigation last year. But the person who actually appears on the midnight channel isn't your soulmate. It's the next victim. After discovering this, we all nervously sat before our TVs on rainy nights in order to solve the case.
That brings back some memories. Nothing will show anymore, though.
Are you sure? Will nothing really appear, though? I suddenly have doubts. Why would I think that? After we solved the case, we all confirmed that the midnight channel wasn't appearing anymore. The empty screen stays silent. So
Just
why?
in case.
It's not gonna turn on, there's no way. The more I think about it, the more I feel my resolve fading. I peer into the TV screen as if something is drawing me into it. The only thing I see is my reflection in the dark glass of the CRT television. Or so I thought.
Rivals. They are friends, yet powerful foes.
What?
The desperate fighting program amongst high school students. A new legend is about to start.
May the manliest of all men come on down!
Nobody touches his precious Nanako, the sister complex kingpin of steel, Yu Narukami!
It's only natural.
It's only natural.
Slave in the boonies by day, hero by night, Captain Resentiment, Yosuke Hanamura!
Everything that bores me has gotta go.
A spunky dragon with deadly legs.
My goat!
The carnivore who's discarded womanhood, Chie Satonaka!
You need to eat more meat!
Please escort me to the ring, my prince! The unconquerable Snow Black, Yukiko Amagi!
I'll finish you in one strike!
Snow Black is tough.
And bulging muzzles, the blood-curdling beefcake emperor, Kanji Tatsumi! Deep into realms of romance, the body of a child, the brain of a genius, the 2000 IQ killjoy detective, Naoto Shirogane!
Is this an army of idiots?
Fight and survive towards the one throne waiting at the end. The P1 Grand Prix where fierce fights will be fought. The battle begins tonight.
What? Narukami looking at the screen like, what the fuck am I looking at?
What on earth was that?
What is Teddy's gotta be on some
What?
shit. That's gotta be Teddy.
Sister Complex Kingpin of Steel?
Was that me? Narukami is not fucking with that title. Sister Complex Kingpin of Steel. Hold on. Can I turn the music up? I can't. Hold on. I can't do it. I'm impressed. There's so much wrong with that phrase. I don't know where to begin. No, I shouldn't be thinking about that. Those words aren't the problem here. I hurry to make sure the TV isn't plugged in. That was the Midnight Channel. What it was actually showing was rather ridiculous. But thinking back, everything the Midnight Channel showed last year didn't make much sense either. I'm suddenly gripped by tension. If the Midnight Channel is appearing again, I have to find out why. I pull out my cell phone and search for Yosuke's number.
H. Hanamura Yosuke.
I quickly hit the call button. Does everyone know about this? Is everyone aware that the Midnight Channel is still being broadcasted? Do they know that it's showing us? And now we've been given taglines that can only be described as uncharitable?
Hello, this is Yosuke.
Yosuke?
It's nothing. I just freaked out when you called all of a sudden. Yeah, that's it. What's up? Hey, when do you want to meet?
I can tell what's going on just by the sound of his voice. Yosuke knows what's happened on the Midnight Channel just now, and he's trying to hide that from me. Considering that I've been out of Inaba for a while, I bet he's trying to keep me from worrying about it. There's no need for him to be concerned about that. Then again, I can kind of understand how he feels. I am his friend after all.
That's not why I was calling. I saw the Midnight Channel. You saw it too, right?
Huh?
I can easily hear Yosuke panicking on the other side of the phone. He's probably surprised that I saw the Midnight Channel when I shouldn't even be in Inaba right now. He must be thinking that the Midnight Channel is now appearing on a national TV network. Looks like Teddy didn't tell him after all.
Did Teddy not tell you? Since we're meeting up early tomorrow, I decided to come today. I figured you wouldn't think I could have seen it, so I gave you a call.
Well, I assumed you weren't here yet, so I didn't want to rely on you.
You haven't changed. So how about it? You're not gonna leave this be, are you, Captain Rasantama?
Why'd you zero in on that part? Did you see how they called you a Sister Complex Kingpin?
Mine's not that bad.
I don't know about that. What does Rasanta mean? What does that mean? Resentment. Suppress feelings of envy and hatred that cannot... They're talking about when bro is jealous of Narukami and the social link. That's fucked up. Leave that man alone. He got over those feelings. Narukami sounds cool as shit. I love his voice.
You think? Oh, I ought to tell you, that program's not the only strange thing lately. Teddy, Rise, and Kanji aren't here either. They disappeared.
For a moment, I'm at a loss for words. Not only has the Midnight Channel come back on, we've lost contact with 3 of our friends. I have a bad feeling about this. I can't believe that those 2 are unrelated.
Right. We should get together tomorrow like we planned.
Yeah, at the Jeunesse food court. Welcome back, partner.
Suddenly reminded that I haven't even greeted Yosuke yet. I finally feel a sense of worry fade a little, and I answer with a smile.
It's good to be here.
No matter what has happened, our friends may be in danger. If that's so, there's only one thing to do. Huh? Speaking of things I have to do.
Oh, right. Sorry to say, I forgot to pick up your souvenir.
A souvenir? Don't even worry about it, man.
You sure? I thought you were really looking forward to it. Those nurses.
Nurses?
I had a feeling he wouldn't get it if I don't flat out tell him. This is rather hard to bring up, but oh well.
Yeah, Teddy asked me to get it for you. He said you were crushed that they got burned.
Oh, wait, this is all...
I didn't know you were into nurses.
Shut up! That's enough! Damn it, you're trying to wind me up, aren't you? Stay home, you jerk.
But I'm already here. Well, I'll see you tomorrow.
It seems like he understands about his souvenir. In any case, the preparations have been made. Tomorrow I'll meet with everyone and sort through whatever information we have on this situation. If we have to, we'll go back into that world. It'd be best if this was all just our imaginations. But unfortunately, we know that the Midnight Channel wouldn't have appeared without a reason. I should make sure I'm ready for tomorrow and get some rest. This place is lively as always. I look across the food court on Juness's roof for the first time in a while. Even though there aren't many people in Inaba, this place is exceptionally crowded. Plus, because it's Golden Week as well, I feel like it's busier than usual. I happen to run into Yosuke at the elevators. We briefly greet each other. Guys are weird like that. The closer we are, the more simple our interactions when we meet each other face to face. The two of us step out to the food court. We immediately find Yukiko and Chie. They wave back at us past the playground area from the bench they're sitting on.
Good to see you guys again.
Welcome back! We missed you!
Welcome back!
The guest of honor's finally here! You're looking well.
What's her voice? Does she have a new voice actor? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the way she's sounding.
Welcome back. Should we...
Huh? Oh, he already knows about the Midnight Channel thing. He's actually the one who called me up about it.
Oh, I see. This has turned into a pretty thrown-together reunion, hasn't it? But I'm glad you came.
We chat about some more things while we all sit down. Then Yosuke stands up and clears his throat loudly. He's probably been waiting for the right moment to say something. He hasn't mentioned anything to me, but I can easily guess what he's about to say. We all look towards Yosuke.
Well, it sucks that we can't hang out more before jumping into another mystery, but to celebrate our partner's return, I hereby reinstate the investigation team in response to the Midnight Channel going back on the air last night.
Oh, the team is back!
My goodness.
Just hearing that name again gets me all fired up. Yeah, let's do this!
Okay, she sounded more like I remember. Alright. I might be tripping. Might be just because it's been a while.
I don't think the applause is necessary.
Why not? It's been 2 months since we last saw each other after all. Chie and Yukiko start chuckling when I shrug, and though Yosuke seems saddened at that, he still ends up laughing along as well. Huh? What just happened? It's a relief that they're the same as always, but because of that, it makes me even more worried about the friends that aren't here right now. We can't start slacking off. We begin to sort through the information that we know about already.
Let's get cracking. I mean, this is no laughing matter. No one's heard from Teddy, Kanji, or Rise. Just those 3, right?
Yeah. Oh, I got a hold of Naoto-kun, but I didn't tell her about this stuff. She told me she couldn't make it today because of her job, so I didn't want to worry her. She seemed pretty bummed that she couldn't be here too.
She sounds a lot more mature. If she has a reason for not being here, then we can still contact her, then Naoto should be fine. That leaves Teddy, Rise, and Kanji. Not hearing back from them after an entire day has passed isn't normal at all. The relationship between their sudden disappearances and the reappearance of the Midnight Channel disturbs me.
One thing's been bothering me. The picture on the TV was very clear last night.
Yeah. Going by the pattern from last year, it wouldn't be that clear until after the victim entered the TV.
Hey, isn't this the first time a big group of people was shown together? Plus, we're still here.
Why us anyway? And what's up with those insulting descriptions?
Chie seems pretty angry about it. Many of the locals know about the rumor of the Midnight Channel, In other words, this troubling broadcast has already been seen by who knows how many people. From what I've been told, the moment Chie tried to ask another student about the Midnight Channel, the other girl ran away with a hook of fear on her face. It's no surprise that Chie would be angry. But in the end...
What bothers me most is Teddy. He was acting like the host of that show.
Yeah, and we can't find him.
He probably is the
smells
host.
Fishy. Then again, I doubt he would play a prank like this for no reason.
Are you sure?
I guess we'll just have to go inside the TV and find out what's going on.
That's right, go inside the TV. Out of everything, that was the element that shook our common sense the most out of everything. Said it twice. Out of everything twice. We experienced last year. Actually, the murders in last year's events happened in another world inside the television. This world was filled with monsters called shadows that were born from people's hearts. Because my friends and I gained persona, the power to defeat these shadows, we were able to enter the TV screens and fight
Won't we
them.
be stuck in there without Teddy to give us an exit?
But even we persona users would find it extremely difficult to leave that world on our own. In order to come back, we need to find the exit TV that our friend Teddy was capable of creating.
Not so. I've had Teddy keep the exit TV out on that side.
Look at you, all prepared.
I mean, think about it. What if we were half asleep and fell into a TV when Teddy wasn't over there? Isn't that a scary thought?
Like anyone would be that clumsy.
Anyway, it sounds like it's safe for us to go investigate then.
No matter what the reason, it's reassuring to know that we have an exit strategy ready for us. To be honest, I almost fell into it the first time it appeared in my room after all.
Yeah, there's no doubt that something's going on in there. Is everyone ready?
We're all good to go. To tell the truth, I had a hunch that this was going to happen.
Get out of here. We all shared a look to confirm our intentions. All of them nod back. I can see the seriousness in their eyes. Even though there was a 2-month gap since the last time I saw them, they still continue to put their trust in me. I feel a slight sense of pride as I stand up from the bench. The large TV screen in the electronics department is directly below the food court. That was the entrance we always used last year.
It's a holiday, so the store's full of people.
I feel like things are picking up around town.
It's time to go. Hello. All the models are on sale right now.
Big ass afro.
You know, it's been a while since last time.
I'm a little nervous. Whoa, wait! There are still people in this aisle!
Hey, get ready! The customers are going away!
Go!
Let's go!
Man, I missed this!
Isn't this different from usual? Oh no! What do we do?
What can we do? We can't stop now!
What's happening? Okay. I hear a voice. It's a woman's voice. Sounds familiar to me. This voice is...
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
Hi, Margaret. I don't sense that distinctive floating feeling that I usually have when I enter the TV world. When I concentrate, I realize that I must be sitting in a chair. The moment I open my eyes, I see a vibrant blue. The Velvet Room. I visited this place an untold number of times last year, and once more in my dreams yesterday. I never thought I would return to this place.
It's not a dream this time? What's going on? Didn't my contract end already?
Igor, who usually sits front and center, is nowhere to be seen. The one to greet me is the woman with silver hair, Margaret. Could this be a personal summoning then? That happened a few times last year too. Margaret smiles as if she senses my suspicions.
This room is tied to your fate. Nothing that occurs here is meaningless. Though you reached an end to one journey, you now find yourself here again. This shows that you will once again be faced with a question.
A question? And something really is going on?
She is so fucking fine. Nigga, look at her. Another mystery has appeared, and we're about to be dragged into it again. Could that be what she
From
means?
here on, what befalls you will upset your status quo. It is true that you've opened the door once already, but all things change. Nothing ever remains the same. What you gained before will change over time as well. You will have to face them once again.
Face them? Again?
The first thing that Margaret's words stir up in my mind is the sight of my friends' smiling faces. Is that gonna change? No, that can't be true. And face them again? That's impossible. Once I wake up and leave this room, I should still be with my friends. There's no need to jump to conclusions. But Margaret appears to have anticipated my thoughts and smiles while narrowing her eyes. Probably like means facing your shadows, right?
Show me how you will proceed down the path that awaits beyond the door you've opened.
My vision wavers and a blue light before me vanishes quickly. Wait. I still need to know what you mean by those words. I need to take a piss. I'll be back. Oh! I'm a little hungry too, damn. I'm back. I'm a little hungry, so I'm probably gonna be snacking on some shit. Let me fuck this up, right? Damn. Oh.
Where am I?
Alright. Hold on. Alright. Where did I get thrown? Where did I get thrown to when I left the blue room? The scenery is so unexpected that I'm at a loss. This is a school. It's the music of Yasogami High. I attended this school with my friends until recently. There's no mistaking it. We entered the TV together, so why am I here? No, that's not right.
This is... No, wait. This has to be the TV world.
The graffiti on the ground. Shoes placed like that for some kind of ritual. The eerily shining eyes of the portraits on the wall. The more I look carefully, the more I realize that this place is not the real Yasogami High. Most of all, I sense no warmth from this place, like I always did from the students who would come and go from here. This is a fake. It's definitely not the school I attended. But what happened to turn the world into TV like this? On top of that, we entered the TV from our usual entrance, but I ended up in a completely different place.
This has never happened before.
I also realized that my friends aren't with me either. Did we somehow get separated? I started to feel chills down my spine and look around.
Hello! Sorry for the wait. Greetings, boys and girls of Yasogami. The P1 Grand Prix is about to begin. There's no need for manners or courtesy or anything today, so let it all hang out. Tell us how you really feel.
What the?
Oh shit! Rise! I shout out questions, but she doesn't answer. This is Rise Kujikawa, one of our friends on the investigation team that we couldn't contact. Does she not hear me, or is she choosing not to respond? As I ask myself this, I hear different voices echoing as well. I look around in surprise. These voices, it's not just from one or two people. I see countless students staring at me from the hallways, the entrance, everywhere I turn.
May I have your attention, please? I, Rosette, will be your commentator. But first, the General has a few words for you all.
What is going on? Why are there so many people in the TV world? Before I can think of any answers, Rise makes another announcement. And as if on cue, the monitor in the music room turns on. What appeared on it was Teddy. He was wearing a strange hat and cape, just like he did on the Midnight Channel last night. First Rise and now Teddy. The fuck are they doing?
You're all well then.
Oh, my fault.
I'm proud to announce the opening of our very own P1 Grand Prix.
Again. That's the same bizarre tournament that was shown on the Midnight Channel. Is Teddy really the one behind this insanity?
What's going on here? We came to look for you and Rise and...
Always with the talking, Sensei.
Damn.
It's a big waste of time.
He said shut the fuck up.
Less talk and more fighting. With the next challenger, come on down.
Teddy looks away and makes a dismissive gesture. Smoke suddenly bursts out from underneath me and robs me of any visibility. Is there someone beyond that white curtain? Eventually my field of vision begins to clear. I keep my guard up expecting anything. But who should appear but Yosuke? Though I hadn't expected to run into him like this, I'm relieved to see that he's safe. Teddy did say something about a challenger just a moment ago. I recall that the P1 Grand Prix that appeared on the Midnight Channel looked a lot like some kind of fighting competition. Wait, am I supposed to fight Yosuke now? That's not funny at all.
They're expecting you and me to fight.
Looks like. Sheesh, what's Teddy thinking?
Starting that up already? I won't let you get all buddy-buddy with each other. These battles are fought to the death. Only the victor can proceed.
This joke's gone on far enough, Teddy. We're not gonna play along with that.
I look over at Yosuke hoping that he would agree with me, but he doesn't appear interested in what I have to say. Fucking hell.
Oh, really? I guess he should declare me the winner then.
Yosuke?
What? You don't plan on fighting, right? That means I win by default.
That's not what I was expecting to hear. What the fuck is your problem? Do you have some reason to be talking like this? I can't figure out what's going on. Yosuke continued to speak in a carefree manner and said something I simply couldn't believe.
But is that okay with you? I mean, since Nanako-chan's here and all?
Nanako's here?
What?
Wait, really? You haven't seen her? She's with Teddy.
That can't be. I saw Nanako back at the house when I left this morning. And even then, Nanako can't enter the TV world on her own. But she's in this world? I can't believe it for a moment. But what if it's true? Just coming into this world can tire a person out very quickly. On top of that, if someone who can't use a persona comes here, it can sometimes be very fatal.
Where is she? Yosuke, where's Nanako?
Whoa, what's gotten into you, partner? No need to get hysterical.
Why are you so calm about this? You know what happened to her last time she came here.
Exactly! Nanako did come into this world once last year. It was not something any of us would have wanted to happen. That was the start of a whole chain of events. Remembering them is heart-wrenching even now. So why? No, even then, it might be wrong of me to lash out at Yosuke for the way he's acting. Calm down, I need to think straight here. All Yosuke said was that he saw her with Teddy. Then was Nanako brought here by Teddy? If he's the leader of this tournament...
Yosuke, be straight with me. Are you sure Nanako is with Teddy?
How should I know? If I had to guess, I'd say she's probably still with him. Man, are you alright? Are you that worried about Nanako-chan? It's no wonder people look at you funny, thinking you have a sister complex.
The sense of wrongness that I've been feeling this whole time is getting even stronger. True, Yosuke may say some insensitive things, but mostly that's because he reads too much into a situation and acts out over it. He's not the type of guy to enjoy making hurtful remarks like this. Yes, last time Nanako was here, the little girl almost fucking died. We're not, like, come on. Yosuke, this isn't Yosuke, bro. He's smarter than this.
Yosuke, are you alright?
Huh? What are you talking about? I should be the one saying that to you. She's not even your real sister. All that big bro stuff really creeps me out. It was a while ago that I saw her. It's probably too late to save her now.
Damn!
You know how things went last year, after all.
Yosuke.
He's definitely not the Yosuke I know. Yosuke's my friend. He wouldn't be so callous as that. At least I thought so up until now. He was the one who had to face the pain of losing someone he cared about when the murders first started. I can't hate him for accidentally mentioning someone who was dead, but the way he's acting, he's doing this on purpose. I silently draw my sword and face Yosuke.
Draw your weapon. You'll get your fight.
What? Dude, what are you saying? You told me you let me win by default.
To be honest, I've been thinking that this Yosuke before me was some kind of fake. I even wondered if something had happened to him and Yosuke's shadow had appeared again in this world. But this wrongness that I keep sensing is nothing like that. This probably is the real Yosuke. And the strangeness I feel is because these words are really coming out of the mouth of someone I never thought would say them. If so,
I don't know if you're being controlled or if there's something else going on here. Either way, you must understand the best way to resolve the situation.
There's no way the tale of all things didn't do him at all. Well, if I want to figure out what's going on, I'll have to fall for his trap once.
Sorry, but I'm gonna go all out. No hard feelings.
No hard feelings. I hate that phrase.
Huh? All that talk and you're gonna fight against your partner after all?
Shut the fuck up!
Well, whatever. Let's hurry up and get this started. Ready?
For to whoop this nigga ass. You finna feel my long sword. I mean...
Finally.
Beat his ass. Oh shit! Get your bum ass down, nigga! Sit your bum ass down! I'm gonna fuck you, nigga! Come here! Come here! Oh shit, oh shit. Hit him! Hit him! Dumbass down, nigga! Talking all that shit! I'll fuck you up, bitch ass! Fuck, he thought! That fight was quick as hell. Oh my lord.
Amazing, Sensei! Keep that up and zoom on ahead!
Ahead? You're gonna continue with this? Teddy, about Nanako.
I don't want to spoil the surprise. If you want to find out, you'll have to get to me. And I can't say why, but I think you should hurry.
No. Yeah. The monitor's just off. I still haven't learned anything about Nanako. But he did seem to have been expecting me to ask about it. I don't want to think about it, but Nanako really may be here. The moment the monitor turned off, and students began to leave like waves in a receding tide. No. They don't look like students anymore. There's something inhuman taking the shape of students. I was too focused on the fight to notice, but it seems their true forms were coming through. They look like silhouettes. Could they be shadows? Even so, I don't sense any hostility from them. If they're not a threat and they're going away, there's no need to chase after them. Besides, there's something more important to do right now.
Are you alright?
I walk towards where Yosuke lies, collapse on the ground, and give him my hand to help him up.
Ow, couldn't you hold back a little? I seriously thought you were gonna kill me.
The same went for you. I wouldn't have stood a chance if I held back on you.
I'll beat his ass. Yosuke grimaces in pain as he stands, but he doesn't seem to have suffered any severe injuries. That's good. I knew I couldn't risk going easy on him, so I was a little worried that I'd actually hurt him. But once we get a good look at each other, Yosuke's demeanor suddenly changes.
Anyway, that aside, shut up about the nurses already. It's not like that's the only thing I ever think about.
I see what it is.
What's this about nurses?
Huh? You were harping on it the whole time. How can you stand there and constantly bash my taste in women with a straight face? Is it such a crime to like nurses?
Not at all. Nurses are fine as fuck. I love nurses.
Wait a second.
I don't understand why he's suddenly angry, but he's not making any sense at all. I tell Yosuke to calm down and we go over what he thought had happened before the fight. We learned that our memories of what each other had been saying didn't match up at all. According to Yosuke, it seems that I'd been teasing him about his taste in women. Yosuke was so heated up over what I supposedly said that he almost went into graphic detail, but I stopped him before things went too far. I mean, really, it's best for both of us that we pretend this never happened. But thanks to our conversation after the battle, I've come to realize something. If we'd been hearing each other say things neither of us had been meaning to say,
Yosuke, let me ask you something. Is it true that Nanako is here in this world?
She is?
Yosuke's at a loss for words. He had no idea what I was talking about. It's just as I thought. Yosuke doesn't know anything about Nanako. If that's true, then what I had heard Yosuke saying before the fight was something that Yosuke couldn't possibly have said. It only makes me more convinced that I have the right idea. What I heard wasn't what Yosuke had meant to say. I don't know how, but something else had made Yosuke say those words, even if he didn't know he was saying them. That reminds me. Teddy on the screen, I said that I needed to get to him if I wanted to find out the truth. Does that mean that Teddy had done this to us?
I guess there's no choice but to keep going.
Nanako's good friends with Teddy. I don't want to imagine it happening, but if he wanted to kidnap her, it's certainly possible he could have. I want to go home at once and check to make sure she's okay, but I have no idea where I am. Even worse, Teddy holds the means of returning to the real world. There's no way out of here unless I find him on my own.
Yeah.
Well, be careful.
Be careful, I'm worried about you, do your best. Sense a lot of emotion behind those words. Yes, I know that I'm hearing the real Yosuke. I take Yosuke cheering me on to heart and I leave the music room. Teddy has said only the winner could go up in this tournament. I don't know exactly what that means, but it's probably not a lie. Yosuke understands that as well. That's why he's trusting me to sort it all out, and lets me go without much talk. He's frustrated that he can't help me out. I could just be jumping to conclusions there, After all, Teddy did say that was the rule, but we don't have any proof either way. Might as well see what he meant by that. I stopped walking and turned back to Yosuke.
One last thing about those nurses.
Quit it already! Are you out of your mind again?
Yosuke turns bright red and rushes towards me, flailing wildly in an attempt to stop me from finishing. That's fucked up. There's a painful sounding noise as he runs into something invisible and slowly slides to the floor.
What is this?
So there's an invisible wall. Looks like the loser can't leave the room.
It looks like there's some force that prevents the loser from leaving the area where the fight took place. It's likely that every time one of these battles happen here, the winner will get sorted out this way. That's annoying.
I see how it works now. Thanks.
If Teddy really has kidnapped Nanako, there's no time to lose.
Don't use me as your guinea pig. Wait, that's it? Hey, don't wear yourself out, alright?
I turn away as Yosuke shouts at me. Not to worry, Yosuke. I give him a quick smile before leaving the area for real this time. At that moment, I feel a wave of disorientation crash over me. I'm surprised that this is happening without warning, but it's not a threat. After all, I know this feeling all too well. The Velvet Room? Yeah.
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
I have been leaving the music room, but now I'm sitting in the Velvet Room for some reason. Margaret greets me with her usual smile. This room is truly mysterious. But why would she summon me like this? Margaret sees my suspicious expression and speaks up.
Things have only just begun, and yet you already seem tired. The misfortune that has befallen you can be thought of as a sort of trial.
A trial?
I want to know the details behind her words, but I know that she won't answer me even if I ask. The inhabitants of the Velvet Room never reveal everything. That's because they can only watch over the choices their guests make. Margaret's smile broadens when she sees that I don't intend to ask her anything.
Indeed. I am an observer on your journey. I would do nothing so thoughtless as to force you to make choices. You do not need such provocations. I already know that you shine brilliantly enough.
This shine she speaks of. Could it be talking about my ability to use personas?
That is part of your brilliance.
Stop reading my mind!
Personas are masks of resolution, strengthened by controlling one's heart, by forming bonds. You understand this well, don't you?
Yeah, that's how we all fought up till now.
Yes, indeed. But one's heart is intangible. It cannot be seen and cannot be felt. When polished, it releases a strong light unlike anything else. But it can also be clouded by trivial things. Have you ever felt that way?
Fuck! I dropped the chip! No! No! My heart is clouded over this trivial thing! The timing was too perfect. Oh. Fuck.
You may be more conscious of that fact than most, because you hold the power of the wild card.
I'm a fool. Margaret's voice fades away as she answers me.
From here on, you will be forced to re-examine the things you know as bonds.
What if I don't want to?
How will you face the changes to come, and what choices will you make?
When I open my eyes again, I'm in the school's hallway. I turn around and see the door to the music room closed behind me. Was I only summoned to the Velvet Room in spirit? There's no way for me to figure out what just happened, but I think back on what Margaret had told me.
Changes, huh?
Even though the people of the Velvet Room avoid saying much, what little they do have to say always has meaning. Well, it's true that Margaret has said some strange things while I've known her, but she's never said anything meaningless while on duty. I would assume that this would be the case now. I may have to keep her words to heart. In any case, I need to concentrate on this case for now. I'm sure I'll understand the meaning behind what she said when the time comes. I must proceed. Though, this bizarre place looks nothing like the Yasogami High I attended. The building seems strangely familiar as I run through it. Teddy had appeared on a monitor in the music room. From the looks of things, he appeared to be behind what was happening. But I'd heard Risei's voice over the school's PA system before my fight with Yosuke. If this school works anything like the real one, I can make a good guess of where Teddy and Risei are.
It might be the announcement room.
But of course, things aren't that easy. Those invisible walls keep getting in my way wherever I go. It seems that some of these walls don't let anybody through, no matter if they won or lost their fights. Every single time I run into one, I'm forced to take another path. It's like my road is already set for me.
I feel like I'm being led somewhere.
I stop for a moment in the hallway out of the practice building and mutter to myself while I take a look around. Where are they trying to lead me? At that moment.
You there! You're one of them participants in that there Grand Prix thing, right?
Who the fuck are you? A voice I don't recognize at all breaks me from my reverie. I instinctively jump back and draw my sword in surprise.
Whoa! What's the big idea? You could poke someone's eye out swinging that thing around.
I've seen this girl, Labris, that's her name? I've seen her like fucking everywhere. Regarding Persona 4, I did not imagine her sounding like this. What the fuck? I turn to see a girl that I've never seen before. Was she part of that crowd? No, she looks like a real person. She was caught by surprise when I suddenly pointed my weapon at her. Although she flinches, her words don't lose any of their intensity. How bold of her. It may seem like an odd thing, but it's what suddenly crosses my mind. This girl doesn't seem to have any intention of attacking me. I sheath my sword but remain cautious.
Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you.
Sorry ain't gonna cut it. What were you gonna do if you hurt one of the students here, huh?
Man, fuck them students, bitch!
You can't go pulling that stuff without student council approval. Alright, the jig is up. I'm putting the kibosh on this tournament right now.
Hey, wait, hold on a second. I'm not in this because I want to be. I'm trying to stop the tournament.
I'm trying to act non-threatening, but the girl continues to glare at me. Who the fuck is this bitch? She's wearing a Yasogami High uniform. She says something about the student council, but I don't recognize her. You don't encounter people here in this world that often. If a person is here, then they're either a Persona user
Why
or
are you here, by the way? Wait, did you fall inside a TV?
That's right. I might have to put it a little differently, but if she can't enter a TV herself, the only possibility is that someone threw her in. Then that was what was happening from the murders from last year.
Inside a TV? What kind of nonsense is that?
She's not aware of it. But if she was a Persona user, I don't see why she'd hide that fact. If she was trying to keep that from me, then she wouldn't have come to talk to me like this. Then does that mean she's a victim after all? I carefully choose my words to avoid provoking the girl and introduce myself.
I'm Yu Nadokami. I was a second year at Yasogami High until last year.
Huh? Last year? But that uniform.
Oh no, this is kind of my usual equipment when I'm in the TV world.
Equipment?
Never mind. Forget it.
Well, if you were only around till last year, I ain't gonna blame you for not knowing. I'm the new student council president. Nice meeting you.
Student council president. If I'm remembering correctly, the student council election should have been for the holidays. I have no knowledge who won any of those elections since I left Inaba before they took place. That reminds me, I didn't have any friends on the student council last year either. This girl may very well be the president, no reason not to believe her.
Now it's your turn to spill. You said you ain't in the tournament because you wanna be. Then what are you doing here? And what's this tournament about in the first place?
I feel that if I don't explain things very clearly to her, it'll only provoke her further. But trying to tell her everything about what's going on here will only confuse her. I leave out the fact this place is inside of a television, and tell her about the other things that are going on. First, I tell her about Teddy, that a friend of mine is likely who set up this tournament. Second, that I encountered some of my friends who were dragged into this, but they were acting strangely. And third, that my cousin, Nanako, still in elementary school, may have been dragged into this mess. The girl calling herself the student council president seems skeptical while I talk, but eventually she sighs.
So if I got this right, you didn't start this, but your friend did. Well, you don't seem like you're lying.
It seems like she somehow grasped the gist of what I was trying to say. I thank her out of politeness, but she laughs and asks why I'm thanking her. There's still one more difficult task left at hand. How do I make her understand that all this is within another world, one accessed by going through a TV screen? She still appears to be energetic, but doesn't change the fact that she's in danger. I have to get her out of this world no matter what. Where did that sound come from?
Hey, that sounded like it came from the gym. I ought to tell you to go home, but I get that you're worried about your sis. Come on, let's go check it out.
We both start running at the same time. Why the fuck did she say sister? I told her it was my cousin. She's suspicious. She's in on this shit. I reach my full running speed when something occurs to me. I'm surprised to see this Miss President keeping pace right beside. This shit is annoying. Just standing still in this road would be strenuous for a normal person, but she doesn't even seem to be out of breath. She's quite impressive. I take a moment to quietly praise the girl running next to me. Alright. We burst into the gym where all the noise came from, but there's no one here. Instead, we see a huge pile of stacked chairs. They're twisted and intertwined everywhere on the open floor of the gym, forming huge towers that reach almost to the ceiling.
What is this? Who'd go to all this trouble?
The girl stares up at the chairs, seemingly dumbfounded. Suddenly, the monitor in the gym flickers to life. As I expected, Teddy appears again in that costume.
Oh, are you on a hot date, Sensei? Well, that's fine with me, of course. But shouldn't you keep your mind on the fighting? Whoa, you look so mortified. That's the face I was hoping to see.
He's not saying anything completely straight, but he's obviously hinting that he knows I'm worried about Nanako. I know that saving Nanako is important, but I can't leave Miss President here alone and abandon her to this world either. Still, I feel Teddy's words causing me to doubt myself, and Miss President raises her voice.
Hey, you! You're the ringleader of this mess, aren't you? What's the idea? Raising a ruckus like this without running it by the student council. Pack it in and clean all this up already.
She speaks as fast and clearly as she had when I first met her. After getting a clear look at her, I feel like I've come to realize where she gets her courage from. She truly wishes to protect her school. Her strong awareness of her duty is surpassing her fear. But Teddy on the monitor looks annoyed and sneers at her. It's incredibly detestable. I can't believe that Teddy can even make such a malicious expression.
That tiny thing. I'm in the middle of an important conversation with Sensei. A yappy little mutt like you should be muzzled and sit in the corner. Sit, puppy, sit.
That's fucked up. He has absolutely no intent of dealing with her seriously. Miss President turns bright red in humiliation from being brushed off like that. This is enough. I take a step forward and put myself between the monitor and Miss President. Leave this to me.
I'll take it from here. It's all right. There's nothing to worry about.
Miss President licks. Her lips are trembling. She must be angry like there's nothing she can do herself. I don't want that anger to be in vain, so I turn to face of Teddy on the monitor.
That's pretty harsh, Teddy. Hard to believe a womanizer like you would say such things.
What's so attractive about a shameless liar like her?
Liar? You know something about her?
The way he said that makes it sound like there's some history between the two of them. But as usual, he doesn't bother to give any details in his answer.
Sensei, your opponent's getting tired of waiting for you. With the next challenger, come on down!
After that line, another cloud of smoke rises from the floor. But this time, it's Yukiko who appears.
Oh, thank goodness you're safe. What's the matter?
It's nothing. Are you all right? Has anything odd happened to you?
Odd? No, I don't think so.
Yukiko seemed alarmed to see me in a defensive posture. I feel my shoulders relax in relief as I shift my weight and stand normally. Seems she hasn't been affected like Yosuke had. I didn't think I'd be that tense though. Now that's the Yukiko I remember. She's as sharp as always, exactly when we need her. If she's not being confused, then I can immediately ask for her help. Trying to explain what I need
Nanako
from her.
might be in here. I'm heading to the announcement room where Teddy is. I need you to protect this girl from me. She might be a victim of all this.
I motion towards Miss President standing next to me. Yukiko looks at me in surprise. I don't blame her though. But what Yukiko said next was even more surprising.
Why do I have to do that? It's not like I know her or anything.
Yukiko would not say that! I'm not gonna help her because I don't know her. Is that really what she's saying? I can understand that she might be cautious when meeting someone for the first time, but would Yukiko really think that way? It's gotta be the same as with Yosuke. That same uncanny sense of wrongness is coming back to me when I hear Yukiko speak.
Yukiko, not you too. Calm down and listen to me. Can you understand what I'm saying?
Huh? What are you saying all of a sudden? I can hear you clearly. What did you mean by you too?
When I try to question her, Yukiko's expression returns to normal. I can't tell anymore. She doesn't look like she's being controlled by someone. Am I overthinking this too much? At the very least, she doesn't seem enthusiastic about this P1 Grand Prix.
This is probably a trick the enemy is playing on us. They're trying to get us to fight each other. I'll say it one more time, Yukiko. I'd like you to protect this girl for me.
Sorry, but I don't know how to put this. It just feels like you're being really selfish. You always help people who have nothing to do with you, and I admire that. But where does that leave us? It's always your friends who get put in danger because of your self-centeredness.
Damn. Shit. I'm used to hearing her voice, but her words are scathing. I'm convinced now. There's no obvious change in her attitude like there had been with Yosuke, but something is warping Yukiko's words too. Her words may seem like a sound argument, but she means something else. I don't care if someone who isn't related to me gets hurt. That's definitely not something Yukiko would say. The real Yukiko would never say something that disrespects the value of a life like that. Don't be deluded. Whatever happened to Yosuke is happening to Yukiko too. I don't understand the details, but Yukiko hasn't had a complete change of heart.
Yukiko.
What the? You can?
When I draw my sword, Miss President quickly tries to stop me, but I can't answer her right now. If a battle will clear up this pointless misunderstanding between us, then the time to fight is now.
Ooh, now that's our senpai. You'll show no mercy, not even to a girl if it's for your own goals. You're a real bastard with a sister complex. Keep it up and bring them all down.
Shut the fuck up, Rise! I ignore the taunts being delivered in Rise's voice. Even if our words aren't getting through to each other, when we have to fight without understanding what's going on, we'll come to an understanding later. I have to believe, both myself and my friends. I hold my sword to the side to protect Miss President who's standing behind me.
Sorry, but you need to stay back. Whatever you see here, try to stay calm. Promise me you won't run away.
What happens next will probably surprise her greatly, but I doubt Miss President would run away. She's already shown me how strong her determination is. She's living with determination. I glance at her over my shoulder. Although she looks worried, she still gives me a slight nod of agreement. Now, time to do this. I must end this as quickly as possible. I concentrate all my senses to summon my strength of heart. My persona, Izanagi! If I allow myself to go easy on Yukiko, she will surely defeat me. Yukiko smiles faintly and takes her battle stance. She resisted the idea of protecting Miss President, but she seems to have no qualms whatsoever about fighting me. There's definitely something else controlling her.
Konohana Sakuya.
Yukiko's black hair forms graceful arcs in the air, as her persona, Konohana Sakuya, rises behind her. That's right. The usual Yukiko should have a beautiful heart like this. Wait for me. I will save you! Hold on. Start the fight! Come on, come on, come on.
Finally. Fight, go!
Come on! Sit your dumb ass down! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Go!
Hold on. Oh shit, oh shit, she's fucking me, she's fucking me, she's fucking me! Oh shit! No!
Not enough.
He said it's not enough! No! No, I lost! Yukiko just whooped my ass. Alright.
Finally.
Can I see the moves? How do I do these moves? Zio. The fuck is that? She's about to beat my ass again! Get her ass! Come on! Sit your dumb ass down! Shit, shit, shit! 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 Woo! We did it. Damn, that fight was tough, actually.
The winner is you, Senpai! What an utter thrashing!
I'm about to fucking thrash you, pissing me off.
I love all this animosity! These cocky, self-righteous friends showing how they really feel by beating the crap out of each other. That's the real thrill of the P1 Grand Prix!
I don't care to hear any more of Teddy's jests. I still have reservations about fighting against my friends, but I now know that there's no other way to save them. I'm resolved to do what must be done. Also, there's no knowing if Teddy and Rise have been affected just like Yosuke and Yukiko had. If they are, then there's no use in trying to talk to them through the monitor like this. That's the conclusion I've come to, but Miss President seems to have other ideas.
How much further are you gonna push this? Why are you doing it anyway? These guys are friends! What's so much fun about making friends fight each other?
Miss President vents her frustration at Teddy's image on the monitor, but I was a bit surprised at how she worded it. She seemed to be more upset that he was making friends fight each other, not why he had dragged the entire school into this mess. We've only just met, but she clearly sympathizes with us and understands the pain we're going through. I'm embarrassed, but proud at the same time. A girl with so much compassion would be a great student council president. It's no wonder she was elected to represent the student body.
It's alright. Thanks, though.
It's not alright!
Damn.
This is...
She still worked out and she lashes out at me. Perhaps her heart is a little too honest, but her anger sets my mind at ease. She's right. What General Teddy is doing right now cannot be forgiven. I glare at the monitor.
Sorry, but you're not getting your wish.
What?
Did you think this would be all it took to break us apart? That it would make us hate each other? Sorry to say, but that's a huge mistake on your part. I believe in my friends. They'll never get taken in like that.
You're so stupid. What kind of sensei are you?
I'm warning you now. If you really are Teddy, then we'll get you back to normal no matter what it takes. Even if it costs us our lives. But if you're an imposter, hiding behind Teddy's face, I will make you pay for toying with us.
Shit! If I was that imposter, I take that cigar out of my mouth and be like, you got it, bro. I'm finna pack everything up right now. The way he said that was scary as shit. Teddy scoffs and then turns around. The monitor suddenly switches off, suddenly turning on us without any signs of remorse. It's not like Teddy at all. No, he's most likely not the real Teddy. Seeing the anger in his face only strengthens my suspicions. Someone must be taking Teddy's form to make it look like he's the one committing these acts.
That girl's come around.
I immediately rush to Yukiko's side. Are you alright?
Yukiko, are you alright? I'm sorry I couldn't go easy on you.
No, it's okay. You aren't your usual self, but I could tell by your eyes that there was something going on. I'm sorry too. Did I hurt you?
Kinda, yeah. I sure wouldn't want to get into it with you again.
I try to pass it off as a joke, and we look at each other and laugh. Is it going the same way as they had with Yosuke? It's becoming clear now.
Did I say things that offended you earlier?
Yes. You did.
Yukiko hesitates, as if even remembering it is a difficult experience. What in the world did my illusion say to her? I bet it was something horrible. Whoever's doing this is certainly finding the most annoying way of getting us to fight. But what I supposedly said to her doesn't matter. Yukiko is still hesitant to bring it up, so I tell her not to worry about it.
I don't need to know what I said. I just wanted to see if my guess was right. It looks like our enemy has the power to confuse our senses. My first opponent was Yosuke, and he told me a similar story after we fought.
Huh? You said something bad to Yosuke-kun too? What did you tell him?
You sure you want to know?
If I'm the only one admitting to what happened, that's not fair, is it? But that curiosity is in line with the Yukiko I know. I evade the issue with a smile and call out to Miss President who's standing behind us.
What kind of people are you?
Oh, right. We used our personas.
She doesn't know what the fuck that means!
Yeah, we should at least explain to her what's going on.
She did see everything that had just happened. This would be a good opportunity to tell her everything. I introduced Miss President and Yukiko to each other, and fill in the parts that I had left out of my previous explanation. I tell her about the personas. I tell her that we're actually in a world inside the television. And I tell her how the scenery here changes according to the hearts of the people who enter it. She looks doubtful while I'm talking, but considering that she's just seen our personas only moments ago, she doesn't immediately deny it. Still, it seems that she can't accept it all either. She crosses her arms as if lost in thought. On the other hand, it seems that Yukiko didn't know that Yasogami High had a new student council president either. Yukiko apologizes for not having paid attention to the elections in April.
And that's it in a nutshell.
So, that's what you meant by falling into a TV.
Yeah, which makes me believe this school could be a part of your mind that's materialized.
This school came from me? That's a lot to swallow.
I'm not surprised. Why is it different this time around, though? Usually the victim's shadow appears first.
That's right, I had my doubts about that too. There's a reason why it's dangerous for people who can't use their personas to enter this world. Besides the obvious reasons, such as not being able to escape and being unable to protect themselves from shadows, a person's shadow separates from them. The shadows that split off are strongly attached to the original people that they came from, and will try to harm them in order to become independent identities. I hadn't given it much thought since Miss President seemed energetic, but it's still possible that this happened to her as well. I put this together with the conversation I had with Teddy a moment ago and came to a conclusion.
Teddy who's hosting this tournament. What if he's actually this girl's shadow?
Huh?
I noticed he got agitated when I called him an imposter. A fake Teddy would mean he's someone else using Teddy's form.
I see. If this place reflects Miss President's heart, her shadow must be here. And right now, the strongest candidate is...
That's right. If we both saw an illusion, then at the very least, the enemy has the power to delude our senses and make us see and hear things that aren't there. On top of that, it can alter what others hear us say and see us do. If it can do that, then I can easily see that our enemy can use that power to change its appearance. And that means it could be impersonating Teddy and leading this tournament. That still leaves the question as to why it would take on the appearance of someone it doesn't know. I've seen shadows in the past that took on bizarre appearances, but this is the first time I've seen one impersonate an existing person. Does that shadow have some kind of objective? When I came to my senses, I see Miss President has turned pale and is staring at the ground. All this talk about shadows in another world doesn't seem to be reaching her, and she seems troubled at the thought that she might be causing all this trouble. I'm about to tell her that her actions of her shadow aren't her fault. And Miss President rises to her
I'm
feet.
gonna check out the announcement room. That General Teddy's behind the whole shebang, right? And if he came from me, then I gotta own up to the responsibility. A student body president, I can't let this go.
Wait, you're being reckless. We'll take care of the shadow. You need to...
What? Get out of this TV world? And how am I supposed to do that? Go on. Show me the door.
Fair point.
Well...
Her eyes are filled with the fires of determination, just as they had been when I first met her. Her sense of responsibility and her awareness of her duty say that she will never back
Little
down.
cousin's in the announcement room. And you're gonna go save her, right? I might not be as strong as the two of you, but I'm no slouch in a fight. Wouldn't it be better if we went together?
No, don't you understand? This world is...
I know it's dangerous, but there's gotta be something only I can do to help. Hell, that aside, I can't leave after causing so much trouble. Making friends fight each other. I'm going on ahead. You don't want to waste time arguing, yeah?
She declares this in a voice that brooks no argument and takes off running. Yikes, I wasn't expecting her to behave rashly like this. I remember how fast she can run. I'm gonna go after her. I need to go at once or I'll lose her.
Please, you have to go after her.
Yukiko sees me hesitate and knows exactly what to say. She's right. There's so much we don't understand, but there's no way the investigation team could let a victim run off and die. Yukiko ignores the fact that I'll be leaving her alone and tells me to follow a girl she's only just met. This is the exact opposite of the behavior she'd been displaying before the fight. Now that is the Yukiko Amagi I know. I'm ashamed that I had even slightly let myself be confused by the way I had heard her speak before, and I answer her. Thank you.
Don't worry about me. I believe in you.
Yukiko nods to me and I turn back and begin running as fast as I can. After allowing the faint echoes of footsteps ahead and pursue Miss President to the school. I can't use my memories of the school in order to navigate, because the invisible walls are everywhere. But the announcement room is upstairs. That obviously limits the path she can take. I'll catch up with her no matter what. I've been running after her for a while, but I still can't catch sight of her. She's so fast, it's almost supernatural. I even begin to think that her path may not be hindered by invisible walls. Wait a second. Now that I think about it, she's not a participant. She didn't appear in the introduction video, and even though she'd been there when I faced off with Yukiko, she wasn't affected by the rules. Could she be able to walk through these walls? If so, then catching up to her will be quite difficult. Just as I'm thinking this, suddenly a blue door appears in my path. I've seen this before. The entrance to the Velvet Room. I don't have time to deal with this, or so I think. But when I consider the timing of its appearance, I can't help but feel that there must be a reason for it. I make up my mind and reach for the door. As I walk to the door, I feel a slight sense of lightheadedness and close my eyes reflexively. When I open my eyes, I'm seated in my usual position, and Margaret is smiling quietly at me as if nothing is different. When she sees that I've noticed her, she speaks as if aware of my impatience.
You seem flustered. But time has no meaning here.
Margaret politely points this out, knowing that I'm in a hurry. Time is meaningless, huh? I thought I had figured out a few things about this room, but it seems that there's still more for me to learn about it. If time doesn't pass while I'm in this room, then I should concentrate on what she's about to tell me. Once again, as if reading my thoughts, Margaret smiles.
It seems you've emerged victorious and have come away with a piece of the truth. Though you are in a garden of deceit, you have the vision to go forward. Very impressive.
Is that student council president's shadow really the cause of all this then?
Who can say? All I know is that you are getting ever closer to the truth. There is one thing I can tell you.
Margaret's golden eyes are fixed on mine.
If that girl's shadow is the cause of this misfortune, she will face her trial. But it's separate from your fate. You have your own trial to overcome. Keep that to heart.
My own trial?
I don't mean to, but I repeat what Margaret had just
Everyone
said.
sees various things in you that draw them to you. Salvation, hope. I myself find fascination in watching over you. Fate may not be the author of your trials, but you are destined to be tested.
Margaret smiles mischievously and nods towards me. I love her voice so much. She makes my cock hard. Another slight feeling of lightheadedness passes, and I return to that otherworldly school. The blue door is nowhere to be found, and as if it was there to begin with, I look up. I still don't understand what my own trial is supposed to be, but for some reason my mind has cleared up a bit. I look up, and I take my time, nigga. I'ma take my... Alright, we're back. She turns around in response to my voice. She's smiling. I wasn't expecting that at all.
Color me impressed that you managed to catch up to me so quick.
This calmness. Had she expected that I would follow her? Getting to feel like she's toying with me. But I understand it now. Nothing I can say to her will change her mind. There's no helping
Promise
it
me
there.
that you won't leave my side. And you can't do anything rash. If you can't agree to those terms, I'll have to force you into protective custody. This is a matter of life and death for you.
Sure thing. Then let's get to that announcement room together.
She did not listen. She was not paying attention. I thought that I'd be able to keep her in check by saying that her life was in danger. But she didn't seem to give a fuck. She just shrugged and accepted my proposal. She's quite hard to deal with. I'm not sure if she knows how I'm feeling, but she speaks up.
Mind if I ask you something?
What is it?
Moment of silence. Is there a right to ask her to go on? Miss President continues.
It's tough, being forced to fight your friends, huh? Oh, sorry. You don't gotta answer.
She must still be thinking about my fight with Yukiko. True, I'm slightly hesitant to talk about any of this, but it's a question that must be answered. That's how it feels to me.
No, you're right. If I could avoid it, I would. But I believe in my friends.
You mean your friends won't hate you after the fight? Or you think they'll understand that you don't really want to fight?
I don't know. Both, maybe. I mean, there's no way we'd fight each other without some kind of reason.
Will she believe that answer? I study her face. And when she opens her mouth, she has an unexpectedly gloomy look in her eyes.
You had to kill each other?
Kill each other? I truly hadn't anticipated that shit. I'm caught off guard by how I hadn't even considered it. It's true, there's no guarantee that this General Teddy won't suddenly decide to make us fight to the death on a whim.
Sorry, that was probably over the line. I don't know why I said that.
I wouldn't let it happen.
Even if I was forced into such a situation, I would never follow that order. That's all I can say right now. But after hearing my answer, she cast her eyes down again. After seeing that behavior, how do I put it? Felt a sense of incongruity. Why could that be? Something doesn't feel like her. Could she be carrying some unimaginable burden that she has yet to confide in us? Is it so heavy that she would ask that question of me? Speaking of which, if General Teddy does turn out to be her shadow, what does that mean about whatever repressed thoughts she truly has? Suddenly it seems that her courageous and cheerful demeanor are a mirror image of that. and a slight sense of fear chills my spine. The fuck? Thoughts race hallway.
What are you doing?
Thought I broke my nose for a moment. It's that invisible wall again. Even though I should have been expecting them, I relaxed my guard and walked right into one. I hold my nose and wave away Miss President, who looks concerned.
There's an invisible wall. I don't think I can go through here.
An invisible wall? Oh, that must have been why you broke out of the mime act every now and then. Well, if I can pass through, it must only be blocking the tournament fighters. This world sure is out there.
She walks right through the place I had bumped into, so that must be the case. So I'd imagine she's unaffected by the walls. Is it because she's not one of the fighters? Of course, if General Teddy really is a shadow, maybe the normal rules don't apply to her. The entrance of the school building is ahead of us. But perhaps worst of all, is that the wall I had just walked into is blocking me from reaching there. I would have to find some other way. No, there are walls there too. And the same direction could be said for the direction towards the entrance. A thought crosses my mind as I check back the way we had come. It's as I thought. Another visible wall has formed where I just passed, and I can't go back. With walls in every direction, there's nowhere I can go. I'm trapped. Can't go anywhere, then this must mean one thing.
Be careful. This probably means...
The moment I call out to Miss President, General Teddy appears with a monitor in the entryway. It means my third round of the P1 Grand Prix is about to begin. Hold on. One second. Let's go.
Is your snout okay, Sensei? Jeez, you're such a class.
Fuck you!
You're still using that form? It's getting old. Why don't you just show your true self?
Boy, you've gotten peevish. I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
I was intentionally trying to rile him up, but he wasn't falling for it. I was like, I'm not gonna get him to reveal anything that way. I quickly changed tactics.
So who's my next opponent?
Ooh, now you're getting into the spirit of things. Let me guess, you're starting to enjoy beating up your friends? Okay, with the next challenger, come on down!
The general doesn't pick up my intention, loudly yells out what appears to be his pre-battle catchphrase. Smoke pours out. And who should appear from the smoke but the person I was expecting to see? 4 of us enter the TV together. I've already fought against Yosuke and Yukiko. Then...
That's what I thought. You're the last of us, after all.
Yeah, I had a feeling you'd be next, too.
Chie laughs along with me. For the moment, doesn't seem to be anything wrong with the words and actions, but I can't let my guard down around her. After all, I felt the same way when I encountered Yukiko too. But as they say, the third time's a charm. I have to see if she's in her right mind. I decided the best way to do that is to be calm and start a conversation with
Chie,
her.
you know what they're doing, right?
Before I can begin to explain, she cuts me off.
I know. The stuff we say gets twisted around so we end up fighting each other, right? Don't worry. You're the son of a bitch who left us as soon as the last case ended, but you're still our good friend. I mean, you have it easy. You're just fighting your friends. I had to keep killing over and over, all because of you humans!
Now this is obvious. Chie is clearly not herself. It's so blatant. Her words don't offend me at all. Moreover, it's not just out of character, but Chie would never say anything like that. And you humans? It's as good as confessing that you're not human. Alright, carnivore was it? Miss President is watching us from nearby. She looks more dumbfounded than worried. Still, what Chie said at the end caught my attention. I had to keep killing over
More
and
stuff
over.
about killing, huh? Miss President was talking about it earlier, too. This must be.
It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Hurts.
I'll give you a taste of the pain they put me through!
She's not even trying to sound like Chie anymore. Jeez, I can't even begin to understand what she's on about. But if a shadow's intentionally making people say these things, what does that mean about Miss President? Killing each other? All because of humans? What kind of secret past could the new student council president of Yasogami High be harboring? No, it's not the time for that. I have to think about this after we've cleared up all the confusion between us.
Let's do this,
I ignore her words and draw my sword. Immediately, Risei's voice echoes through the arena. The area as if she were waiting for this.
Well, round 3 of the P1 Grand Prix
Oh, my eyes
already.
hurt. Shit.
Word on the street is that the carnivore may have a slight advantage.
Huh?
Will you, Senpai, all talk and no skill, manage to eke out a win this time?
Fuck you!
Let's get this show on the road. Ready?
All talk, no skill. Fucking asshole.
Finally.
Go!
Shit! Come on. Yeah!
Closing in!
Sit down! Let's go!
Oh my, they lost.
I've won. I lower my sword up against slowing my breathing. I don't believe I've injured Chie too badly. Considering this is my 3rd time having to do this, I feel like I'm getting pretty good at not having to seriously wound people in a fight.
Wipe that smug look off your face. This isn't fun at all!
General Teddy can see that the fight ended without any injuries and spits his words through the monitor. The image on the monitor then disappears without anything further. Let him say whatever he wants. I fought all the friends I came into the TV with, and none of them are hurt. All that's left is to head to the announcement room and make sure Nanako is safe, and then we'll be able to go home. I walk over to Chie and help her up off the ground. She's come back to her senses and she seems a little sheepish. Man, you were no challenge at all. Are you alright?
Man, you're
My
strong.
fault.
I'm kind of shocked at how much of a difference there is between us.
Look who's talking. I've never been kicked around so badly in my life. I wait for Chie to reach her feet, and then tell her everything that's happened up to this point.
So the others are safe too? What a relief. I was pretty worried.
Chie is so relieved that she sits down on the floor once more. I can't help but smile at their reaction. She really does care about her friends. Yeah, these are the people I believe in. Seeing us exchanging smiles like nothing was wrong. Miss President seems perplexed when she speaks
You
up.
guys really are tight, aren't you? Makes me jealous.
Well, we did spend a whole lot of time together last year because of that case. Sure, I was surprised to hear such weird stuff coming from him, but I know he'd never say any of that.
Exactly.
Wait a sec. Who are you?
I forgot about that. I quickly introduce Miss President and tell Chie that she may be a victim of this case. But Chie looks again at Miss President suspiciously.
Huh? The student council president? That doesn't seem right. I remember the new president being a guy.
What are you saying? I'm the student council president. Who else would I be?
I'm pretty sure, though. Maybe if you told me your name, I'd remember.
My name...
She stops moving. What's going on? She can't tell us her name? It's not a strange question, is it? But for some reason, Miss President seems unable to answer. I sense some kind of incoherent melancholy from her. She and I share a tense glance.
My name's...
What's wrong?
My memories. No, I don't want to fight anymore. Why do we have to kill one another?
Kill one another? I gasp when I hear the words fall from her mouth. I don't know what's crossing her mind right now, but she's definitely not acting normally. I glance at Chia, then try to approach Miss President in hopes of calming her down. Oh shit, calm down. Ow! Without warning, she begins flailing her arms and trying to ward off demons that only she can see. Chie reaches out and touches her in concern. Miss President catches Chie and easily knocks her aside. What power! I barely managed to catch Chie before she slammed into the concrete wall. Still, this sudden breakdown. What in the world's happened to Miss President? Once I've helped Chie back to her feet, we carefully approach her from both sides. This will be a little rough, but it can't be helped. We can't ask her anything while she's like this, but at the moment...
What?
No way!
Before I know it, Miss President is flying through the air. She was jumping. For a moment, I can't comprehend what I was seeing. This was no ordinary leap. She was at a standstill, but now her entire body is suddenly higher than my head. Her jumping ability is unbelievable. She and I look up in astonishment as she kicks off the ceiling and changes directions and lands at a full run.
Wow. Who is that girl? Did I say something to offend her? She did mention something about her memories.
Come to think of it, her memories did seem a little muddled. Maybe she was on the verge of getting them back.
What kind of memory would make her go nuts and run away like that?
Maybe a memory of having to kill her friends. I can't answer Chia at all. What if you had to kill each other? I hear her sad voice in my head. Chia apparently wasn't expecting me to answer her and she continues.
I'll wait here. Make sure you rescue her, okay?
Chia looks so pretty. Narukami looks fucking awesome. Her voice is strong and confident. To drive the point home, she pokes my chest with her fingers as if ordering me. Even though she might be in danger herself, she's still worrying about others. All my friends are like that. That makes me really happy right now. I ask Chia if she'll be alright on her own. She fires back. Let me worry about that. I nod to her and begin running after Miss President once more. I will save her no matter what. Even though I was running as fast as I could, the invisible walls keep preventing me from making much headway. I attempted to strike at the walls with my persona, but nothing happened.
So many invisible walls, one after another. Miss President can pass through them. I don't know if I can keep up the pursuit.
The announcement room is still my destination. There's no way to know if that's where Miss President is heading as well. But if there's a shadow waiting for me there, I'll need to get there anyway. Teddy and Risa should be there, and if Nayako is being held captive, that's where she should be as well. I have to keep running, but yet another wall blocks the hallway. At first I think this is a dead end. I realize that I can cut through a classroom and come out the other side of the wall. They think this corpse party. It's forcing me to enter the room, rather than letting me go straight. This probably means... I'll brace myself and put my hand on the door. The moment I step inside, a familiar voice echoes in my mind.
Hi. Senpai! Can you hear me? Please answer me!
That voice. Is that you, Rise? The real one?
Her voice isn't coming from the PA system. I'm actually hearing it in my head. This has to be the work of Rise's persona.
Thank goodness. I've been all alone since that weird fake Teddy captured me. And then you were all fighting each other.
I can hear the relief in her voice. She sounds so different from the insensitive and rude voice that had been coming from the PA system. This is indeed the Rise I know.
Where are you now, Rise? Can you locate where I am?
I'm sorry, I don't think there's time. I'm stuck in the announcement room. Please, Senpai, you have to hurry. If you don't, he'll...
Rise!
What the fuck?
Rise?
There's no answer! The communication's been shut off! Nothing happened in the announcement room? My heart begins racing. The enemy made us fight each other as participants in this tournament, but they had captured Rise as well. It's clear to me that they must have been worried about her using her persona powers to tell us the truth, but that's not important right now. If she was just captured to prevent her from contacting us, then the enemy must think of Rise as being less valuable than those who had to fight. She sounded okay, but who knows what might happen to her now. I have to
Pardon me for
hurry.
interrupting while you are lost in thought.
A hand brushes my shoulder. In surprise, I jump away and draw my sword. I recognize that voice. I can't believe that I let myself get so lost in thought that I didn't notice someone until they touched me. This is the second time I've let myself get so distracted. I've gotten used to having my friends with me while we investigated last year. I can't pay attention to the entire world on my own. I need to brace myself. I guess! I fucking knew it! I recognize that voice! I guess! Oh my goodness! Ah! I thought the P3 characters weren't in the original story. I didn't know they were in the original story. I thought they were only in Ultimax. I guess. I look up and see an unfamiliar face. A girl with blonde hair and striking blue eyes. Wait, a girl. Her face and voice seem human-like, but the rest of her, there's metal everywhere, all over her body. For a moment, I wonder if this is just an elaborate costume. But I can see the interior framework of her body where her joints connect.
I didn't mean to startle you.
You're,
It's nice to meet you. My name is Aegis. And no, I am not human. You are the one from the introduction video, listed as the Sister Complex Kingpin of Steel, Narukami-san, correct?
The question catches me off guard. I wasn't expecting a complete stranger to call me that. And did she say she wasn't human? Well, when Yosuke called me by that stupid title, I knew it was a joke. But when a stranger says it, it sounds like they truly believe it. Huh, this is a pain.
Nanako is important to me, but calling it a complex is stretching things.
Wait a second. I was trying to play it off, but I ended up blurting out Nanako's name anyway. Calm down. I need to take this conversation away from the subject. I clear my throat and try to start over.
Aegis-san, was it? Why are you here?
Our primary objective is the destruction of shadows, but we have come to this world on a different mission.
The destruction of shadows?
She fights shadows. But how can she do that if...
Does that mean...
Yes, I have a persona as well. Though my body is a machine, personas are the strength of the heart after all.
Just as I thought. I'm surprised to find another persona user outside of my group of friends, and a robot on top of that. I can't come to grips with all this. From the way we were talking, she seems like just a normal person, only in an interesting suit. True, I've seen stories on the news about robots looking uncannily like real humans. But isn't it something far beyond those? Still, I can't help but believe the evidence of my own eyes. I mean, if I've been hopping in and out of TVs for the past year, who am I to say what's strange or not? Perhaps the technology behind the creation has supernatural roots of its own. I found myself growing more and more interested in how she came to be here, but I have to put that aside for now. There's something I need to find out from her first. This P1 Grand Prix. It's so similar to the events of last year, but I think it would involve someone like her. I don't have a clear picture of everything that's happening, that's for sure. I calm myself and ask her what I feel would tell me what she's doing in this world.
And what is this mission of yours?
She opens her mouth to respond, but just then, the monitor in the classroom turns on. At that moment that I suddenly remember, it's likely that I'm gonna have a fight here. I'd forgotten about sensing that when I entered the room.
Aha! So that's where you got to, Sensei. I've been looking all over for you. Ooh, who's the honey? Were you in the middle of trying to score with her?
As if you didn't know. You're the one who lured us both here.
Oh my, did you figure it out? I didn't have a choice after those guys decided on their own to horn in on the fun. You're a bright boy, Sensei. You know what's coming next. don't you?
The general on the monitor gives me a twisted smile. Could Aegis's mission be something that would cause him trouble? I can't figure out what his motives are, but he's using us to crush each other. In other words, she's the next challenger that's being set against me. Aegis seems to understand this as well, and is staring at the monitor with a quiet animosity.
Sorry about this. Do you know the rule of this tournament?
Only the victor of each match may move on. Yes?
I have nothing against you, but I'm in a hurry for my own reasons.
Neither of us, in other words, can back down. Then there should be no hard feelings.
Aegis is refreshingly straightforward about this. She immediately takes a fighting stance. A bitter thought comes to me. It's tough being forced to fight my friends, but having to hurt someone that I don't even know is just as bad. Another thought comes on the heel of that one. I don't know this girl. Perhaps her appearance here means there are urgent problems that an ordinary student like me can't fathom. What gives me the right to stop her on this mission? Shouldn't I know what's at stake before I take that from her? Thankfully, it seems she hasn't gone mad like my other friends. Perhaps the enemy doesn't care about clouding the minds of people who don't know each other. If we're still capable of understanding each other, then we should talk this over before we do anything.
That will not do. We will speak more of this after one of us wins.
Aegis says this so quickly as if she's reading my mind. For a moment I'm struck by how she could have known what I was thinking, but I realize that she's right. What good would it do for us to talk things over? True, the loser cannot leave this room, but until we have a battle, neither one of us is going anywhere. It doesn't really matter who can come to an understanding or not. Until we have our fight, none of our goals are going to be accomplished. If that's the case, then it's better if we don't hear about each other's problem before we fight. That could be why Aegis hasn't told me anything. That must be her version of kindness. I silently ready my sword. Aegis appears to smile when I do so. Right. I'm not gonna give up on what I'm fighting for either. I need Nanako and my friends to be safe. And I have to make sure that the president is okay. I use everything I can to protect him. To thank her for her consideration, I make it a point to announce that I'm ready to start fighting.
Here goes. There's no need to hold back.
Indeed. Let us do battle.
Final.
Shit! Chill out!
No! Severe impact! Brand pursuit! Air raid! Air raid! Heavy damage! Quick dodge! Personal air strike!
Bitch!
No! Severe impact! Damage system! Severe impact! Damage! Destroy threat! My other cell! Damage! Heavy damage will not run! No! Severe impact!
Oh my, I have to handle this quick. I will lose if I don't handle this quickly.
Damage! No! No function!
Woo!
Shutting down!
Damn! Damn! Oh my goodness, Aegis was about to fuck me up. I had to lock the hell in.
Wowza! Now that's the sensei I know! That hunk of junk was no match for you!
Watch the fuck out how you talk about Aegis, bitch! What did he say? Oh, he just panted, okay. I thought I skipped his dialogue.
Serves you right! Keep suffering! Friend against friend, beating the heck out of each other!
A machine with the power of a persona. She was made to fight shadows, but I had no idea what she was capable of. I feel like my mind's been drained more than my body. It angers me to see the general is watching over us with an expression of joy, as though we were some performers for his amusement. I look up and glare at the monitor.
I don't know why you're making us fight, but it's pointless. We aren't fighting because we hate each other. The reason we can fight is because we respect and trust each other.
Bitch! A low growl. That's the only sound I hear. The real Teddy's never made such a hateful sound. It's actually rather scary.
You're such a dumbass!
with you!
The image on the monitor distorts along with that outburst. The general is having trouble remembering to act as someone else, and his face bulges and ripples disturbingly as his hate pours through the screen. Any pretense at copying the adorable stupidity of the real Teddy is gone now. I notice that the voice spitting out these hateful words are not Teddy's either.
Respect? Trust? So what if you don't hate each other? You're not like me! I was forced to fight against my will! I destroyed them with my own hands!
I don't give a fuck!
You should all have to go through the hell I suffered! See how it feels to destroy everyone you call a friend! If I knew this was gonna happen, I would have made the rules so you had to kill your opponent to move on!
The general on the monitor continues to rage.
What are you talking about? Why did you set this tournament up?
The moment I say that, I feel like all the dots have become connected. When Miss President had asked out of the blue if we were going to be forced to kill each other. That ominous muttering of killing one another. Were these both the same? Were these both something that came directly from her past? Maybe she had been forced to fight against people she didn't want to fight. Had she been forced to destroy something that was precious to her? There's no way to know for sure, but it's possible. Considering this, it kind of explains why her shadow would have created a tournament like this. That is, she wanted us to feel what she went through. I might not be entirely correct, but I feel I'm close to the truth. Should I just ask General Teddy about my suspicions? But as I'm considering raising my voice...
Pardon my eccentric entrance.
Someone comes crashing through the ceiling! What in the world? I rush over to Igus to protect her from the falling debris. Burn my dread! Elizabeth! Look at her! Oh my goodness, she's so pretty! I look up, I see a young woman emerge from the cloud of dust. Well, not as strange as Igus, she seems a little uncommon as well. But even besides that, why does she have to come to the ceiling? The room has doors. Makes no sense. I was about to get to the heart of the matter with General Teddy, but the monitor in this room has been destroyed along with the ceiling. Hands are behind you just now. If you ever win that race against rage, then you'll be king, cause it's no man's land. Hold on, ultimately slain, make shadow slaves will be done is in vain. Carry AK-47 24/7, but you gotta live and persecuted by heaven. Lotus! Though she seems oblivious to my confusion, the girl cocks her head and apologizes again.
Oh, please excuse me. I didn't have the faintest idea that someone would be here.
Faintest?
Fiend? Fiend. Something along those lines at any rate.
What the fuck is she talking about? Who in the world is this person? Wait a second. That blue suit she's wearing, it looks familiar. And with that silver hair and golden eyes. Could it be?
From the Velvet Room?
My, is this what's known as being hit on? A forbidden ritual where one human approaches another based solely on appearance and bets on the inner self being equally attractive.
What? No, I'm not hitting on you. You just remind me of someone I know.
Okay, so that actually sounded like I was hitting on her. No, I need to stop thinking about that. In any case, I need to ask her
Do you
something.
happen to know anyone by the name of Margaret?
Margaret?
When she repeats the name, her face seems surprisingly youthful. I've been taken aback by her bizarre speech and actions. But could this girl be younger than me? Her profile simultaneously evokes the images of a pondering philosopher and an innocent girl. I can't figure out exactly how to speak to her. Should I be more polite? Guess it doesn't matter too much. Anyway, worrying about the necessities isn't the most important thing right now.
No, actually, we should introduce ourselves first. I'm Yu Narukami.
Ah, that had slipped my mind also. My name is Elizabeth. Dear me, to hear that name fraught with memories in such a mundane, remote place.
She thinks of this world as a mundane place. That's sister. That would explain why she reminds me of her.
Elizabeth-san, huh? Well, I guess that's the case. It's true that there was a time when I visited that room.
Igor, Margaret, and now Elizabeth. It seems there are more people who call that place home than I thought. I I think I'm glad I met Margaret last year instead of this girl. Watch the fuck out.
Why is a resident of the Velvet Room here? Did Margaret send you with a message or something?
I am currently utterly neglecting my duties.
Is that so?
It doesn't really tell me much, and I have no response anyway. So what possessed her to come blasting through the ceiling instead of using the door? I decided not to bother asking her that. I've met so many different people over the last year, but trying to have a conversation with this girl is like trying to ride a wild horse. She's just going to ignore the direction I'm trying to steer us towards and just veer off wherever she wants. I should just hold on and go along for the ride then. Maybe if I pay attention, she'll tell me something worth my time. Even if I try to ask a question, she'll likely just be confused anyway. Just as I'm having the thought, the girl seems to have noticed my hesitation and starts to talk about herself. Her eyes are lit up with a sincere passion. She really is a hard one to read.
I have a certain desire. It may take a very long time for it to be realized. In order for my wish to be granted, I require a power much greater than what I have. The power of the wild card that changes bonds into strength. I have a feeling that the key lies there.
I know a little about the wild card, but...
I feel that the first glue to granting my wish lies within that power.
Glue?
Flu?
Clue.
Influenza. Something along those lines at any rate.
She's having trouble coming up with the right words, but I can hear the sincerity in her speech. Probably. In other words, I think she means that the power of the wild card is related to her desire and came here. I don't think it's worth to ask how she knew I had that power or where she found out about it. Just as I'm struggling to follow the meandering path of her conversation, she brings up an outrageous suggestion.
Might I suggest that you and I fight?
I fought Elizabeth in this game before. I fought her in this game before. She is overpowered. I don't want to fight her. What? Someone please tell me I should reach the conclusion that that was a good idea. I don't think I have a chance of taking her out, talking her out of it though. But of course I have to try, so I say. We're gonna fight?
How excited this is making me. My expectations are ascending skyward at Mach speed. To be direct, I'd like for you to show me the potential slumbering within you.
Let me make sure of something, just in case. You understand what I'm saying, right? There's no illusions at work?
Such parlor tricks can get stuffed.
I see. So you're actually in your right mind here. That's kind of, impressive.
Well, maybe she understood what I meant when I mentioned the illusions. If that's so, then she at least must have some idea of what's going on around here. And even though she might understand it, she still wants to fight me. I wonder though, if she's unrelated to General Teddy's plans and invited herself into the tournament, do the usual rules apply? As I think about this, Elizabeth taps her foot on the ground and takes a fighting posture. She really does want to fight. The huge leather-bound book in her hand opens as if by itself. A torrent of power pours from the open book with a blue light. I can't believe that this strange girl has such an unimaginable power. She seems so aloof. No, it might be correct to call it an air of imminent violence.
Alright, I won't be able to hold back.
To be honest, I was really only saying that in hopes of bluffing her. I have absolutely no room to hold back in this fight. I hurriedly cast off my fear and focus on the upcoming battle. There's no room for doubt. I need to hit her with my full strength from the start. Even if I were to fight her with the intent of killing her, I'll be lucky not to end up dead myself. At least that's how I feel. Elizabeth calmly begins the battle.
Let's do this. Your fate is in the cards.
I love you, Elizabeth. Elizabeth, I love you! She's got fucking Thanatos. Hold on. She got Thanatos. Now it's time. I fear to tell. Battle for everyone's souls. Peak. Please.
He's not. Play it.
Shit.
Impressive.
Oh, from this may see. That was remarkable. Impressive. That was remarkable. I'm surprised.
I had to lock the fuck in, but I handled that. Give me that. Just when I thought I managed to throw her off balance, Elizabeth gets back up elegantly as if nothing had just happened. Suddenly I feel an intensity build up in the air. Don't tell me she hadn't been taking it seriously at all up until now. In the next moment, I'm swallowed into a torrent of power, like a leaf being blown into the air, without the slightest understanding of what's happening. My vision blurs as I'm spun about, and before I can tell up from down, the floor jumps towards me and I'm slammed into the ground. Am I going to lose? As my consciousness fades, I see the faces of my friends and Aegis, all those I have fought against up till now. It's like that story where you see your life flash before your eyes just before you die. Am I dying? Can I really accept that? I'll fight as much as I have to in order to save my friends! I have to keep fighting. I've come so far, I can't lose heart now. I desperately force my legs to close and manage to stand up again. Elizabeth shuts her book with an air of finality.
I see. I am quite content with this outcome. It seems you possess true strength.
The unyielding torrent of power suddenly ceases without warning. Is it over? Even as I come to understand that, I continue to stand stock still, unable to move.
I believed you were at the limits of your stamina after the battle against Aegis earlier. In actuality, your heart almost gave in during your struggle with me. But each time you faltered, the many hearts supporting you gave you strength, helping you to rise again.
She cuts herself off and nods to herself as if to confirm some suspicion.
This was truly an intriguing battle. I believe our encounter has borne much flute.
What's the word?
Flute?
What's the word? I know what she's trying to say. I can't remember the word. Fruit!
Flue? Chimneys.
What?
In any case, I am quite pleased.
Even after a battle, she acts like that. I feel like a fool for believing she really would have killed me, even if it felt quite real at the time. I can't believe any of this. My legs give out under me and I sink to the ground. Maybe she understands how I feel. Elizabeth looks straight into my eyes.
May I ask you something? To continue fighting in order to prevent an undesirable future, it is a path of endless hardship. Would you still choose to walk it?
Margaret had said something similar just before this tournament had begun. How I had overcome the ordeal concerning last year's case and opened the door. Margaret and Elizabeth's words come together in my mind.
Yeah. Working for a better tomorrow isn't just a one-time thing. The tomorrows keep coming.
Type shit. Opening the door is necessary, but it's not what's truly important. What's more important is making sure you don't follow the path making sure that you follow the path that's beyond the door. Only once you have that path in mind, doesn't matter whether you've opened the door or not. That's how I feel.
I would keep fighting for the future we want.
Elizabeth smiles. It seems the former dweller of the Velvet Room is pleased with my answer. She must have chosen the path of her own at some point, is doing everything in her power to see it through. Maybe I'm jumping to conclusions, but I feel as if I'm able to understand her a little better now.
It's time for me to bid you adieu. By your leave, I, Elizabeth, am out of here.
With this, Elizabeth briskly walks out of the room. She caused me some trouble, but I've also learned something about myself as well. I think I'll call it a draw. As I wave goodbye to Elizabeth, I hear Aegis getting to her feet behind me.
Are you alright? You shouldn't force yourself to move.
I was concerned at first, but Aegis doesn't seem to be very hurt or damaged or whatever you would say. She was likely just knocked out. I had absolutely no chance of winning if I'd gone easy on her either. This is getting ridiculous.
You are very kind. We've only just met, and yet you're worried about a machine like myself.
Huh? Isn't that normal?
Aegis laughs at my confusion.
Seeing you smile like that? I don't know. I just can't think of you as a machine. You have a heart, right? then it doesn't matter whether you're man or machine.
Aiga stops laughing and thinks deeply for a moment. But after a few seconds, she looks back up at me with a serious look in her eyes.
You have defeated me in single combat. That will make it difficult for me to continue forward. But I believe I can trust you. Will you listen to my mission directive?
I have no reason to say no. I look at Aiga square in the eye and nod reassuringly. And so, Aiga's told me about her directive, and it was truly surprising. There was another case involving personas and shadows outside of Inaba, even before our adventure last year. And she is a weapon with a heart, created with the express purpose of wielding a persona to fight the shadows. She believes that this current situation came to be because someone had stolen a similar weapon and caused it to enter the TV world.
So, there's another girl robot with a heart like you, and she's the cause of all this?
We came to this world to retrieve her, my older sister, the 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon, Labris, is in this world somewhere.
Nanako, Miss President, her shadow, and now Labris. I have a mountain of tasks to accomplish now. But even though I have a lot to do, I can't ignore
Tell
any
me
of
more
it.
about Labris, and I'll do what I can to help you get her back.
Unfortunately.
Aiga's expression clouds. She said that she was a machine, but she really is no different from a human. As I ponder this, I listen to what she has to say. It's discouraging.
So you don't know what she looks like, what she can do, or what equipment she's loaded with.
Basically, all she could tell me is that Labris is a robot who's built to look like a girl. Wait a second. I did meet a girl I didn't know in the TV world, Miss President. Could Miss President be Labris?
Is there a possibility that she looks, well, more human than you? You mentioned earlier that she was your older sister, so I assume she was built before you, but...
My sister was an older model, a prototype for the 5th generation to be exact. It's doubtful that she would look more human than myself.
And there's no way Miss President could be Labris. I could tell at first glance that Aiga was a machine. Miss President appears to be completely human. I never once considered that she might not be human until just now. But that just makes things even more complicated. What in the world is going on inside this TV?
Alright. In any case, I'll keep an eye out for her. But right now, I'm heading to the announcement room. If Labris is the cause of this, then I'm bound to meet up with her eventually.
I shrug slightly. I don't want to be so grave. Aiga must sense what I'm trying to do and
Thank
smiles.
you. I will trust my sister's fate to you.
Of course. I give Aiga a determined nod and run out of the classroom. But man, what a busy Golden Week! I have to make sure Nanako's okay, find Miss President, unmask whoever was masquerading as Teddy, now search for Labris? If this wasn't happening, I'd be kicking it with my friends at the June S food court. Yukiko is trying to be coy, but I'm pretty sure that big bundle she was carrying was a boxed lunch she made for us. As to how it might taste, well, let's not get sidetracked. I'm sure we'd have enjoyed it anyway. Eventually, I would have called Nanako over. We would have bought some snacks together. There were things I wanted to buy from the Shiroku store, and maybe I would have made it to Sozai Daigaku in time to buy the last of their special croquettes. Wanted to talk with the owner of Daidara and get some books from the Yomenaido bookstore. Steak bowl at Aya. Hung out with the fox at the shrine. Waited for my uncle. Gone fishing. The one who ruined my vacation and caused all these problems, the same person who stole Labris. And if they've truly brought Nanako back into the TV world, I will catch them no matter what.
They're not getting away from me.
As I run on, I come across yet another blue door. Perhaps it's a sign I need to calm down. True, I may have lost my cool for a moment.
Someone here? Again?
I reach towards the door with a relaxed smile. Margaret is in her usual position. I glance around to see if there's anyone else in here. Looks like her nutcase of a sister is in here. Margaret notices me looking and sighs, a seductive sound that also conveys annoyance.
It seems my sister has caused you some trouble. Though this may mean that I'm not the only one who is drawn to the light of your potential.
There's a hint of tenderness towards her sister in her words. Her sister must be important to her. I can tell the look on her face. Do I look like that when I talk about Nanako? Margaret pulls herself together and speaks again.
You have gained a new resolve by overcoming many doubts and falsehoods.
A new resolve. I found myself nodding
You have
along.
reached the threshold of truth. But man's hearts are mutable. That is why a resolve to continue fighting is more important than any one victory or defeat.
Yeah, I understand.
But this will be a difficult battle without end. Are you equal to the challenge?
The way she puts it makes it seem like she was testing me. I don't respond immediately and think about the question. It would be lying to say I'm not worried. I know that my heart can be swayed by change. There's no knowing what will happen from moment to moment. But even
If I
then,
have my friends, if I'm not alone, I can do it.
I see.
Margaret nods slightly
I
in
have
response.
heard your answer, but it's not enough. Remember what I told you before? The heart is shaken more by a single action than by 1,000 words.
As she smiles, my vision begins to blur. I hear her words being repeated. I've reached the threshold of truth. Everything that's happened throughout the course of this case runs through my mind. The new appearance of the TV world. This tournament pitting us against each other. The student council president, a fake Teddy. My encounter with a weapon with a heart. Aigis searching for her sister Labris. And the determination that I've gained through these constant battles. What I must accomplish. How do I show what I've decided through my actions? It seems that the number of invisible walls have decreased. Could this mean that the end is near? Just as I think that I hear a familiar voice.
Enough!
That was Miss President's voice. It was coming from the door to the announcement room. I finally made it. I opened the door to the announcement room and rushed inside.
You're finally here. Hello, Sensei. Congratulations! How does it feel to have won the P1 Grand Prix?
The general smirks at me as I pass through the door. Behind him is President and Rise. When the two of them see me, President looks confused while Rise's face lights up with joy.
There you are, Senpai. You're late.
My fault. I have to say caution to the general, but I signal to the girls that everything will be alright now. The general is closer to them than I am. I can't afford to make any reckless moves just yet. And there's one more thing I need to know.
Teddy, where's Nanako?
I look around the announcement room, but Nanako's nowhere to be found. The general's face distorts with an ugly glee.
Nana-chan's right here. See?
Slowly, the general extends the arm that was held behind him. And there was Nanako. Her arms clutched to her chest, and she slowly takes a few steps towards me, obviously frightened.
Nanako!
After taking a step forward, I noticed something bizarre. The general disappeared. For a brief instant, my full attention had been focused on Nanako. The general had been standing directly behind her, but now he's gone. How could he have gone somewhere that quickly right in front of me without me noticing it?
Bro.
Well, I'm confused about the general's disappearance. Nanako weakly calls out to me. Being in the TV world is obviously taking a toll on her. She totters towards me unsteadily, looking ready to collapse at any moment. I can think about the general later. I have to save Nanako right now. As I reach out to her, Teddy yells.
Senpai, no!
Rise yells.
Nanako-chan's not there!
Nanako's not here. What is she saying? She's right here. Just as I'm about to say so, my hand stops. Something's not right. Try to look into Nanako's face once more, and in her eyes I saw madness.
Oh, so close! Just a little more and Sensei would have been a goner!
You bastard!
I barely reacted in time to draw my sword and block the attack. The general suddenly appeared out of nowhere to attack me with his cane, and I get a good look at him as our weapons clash together. I see the madness in his face, the same madness that I had seen in Nanako's only a moment before. That's when I noticed that Nanako had disappeared. What's going on?
You've got it wrong, Senpai? It's all been him from the beginning. He can make whoever's looking at him see him as someone else.
So he's not actually taking on other forms?
No, he's just distorting the things you see and hear.
That's right. The enemy is able to control what I see and hear. I realized that after all the battles I had today, but seeing Nanako made me forget all of that. The general laughs at this.
It's hard for me to show someone who isn't here. But you actually saw this Nanako girl? You're hopeless.
Just like how my friends hadn't actually gone crazy before our fights, Nanako had never been brought into this world in the first place. The appearance before me is a fake. He distorted our senses all to make us suffer. Just as I thought, he couldn't deceive Rise's persona abilities. That's why he kidnapped her, to keep her from warning us about this tournament. Now that I know that, I push the general's cane away and jump back towards the girls in order to distance myself from him. Good. Now I'm between them and the general. I look straight at the one behind this bizarre situation.
Who in the world are you?
You still can't tell? Seriously, the level of intelligence around here. Fine then. Here. Get a good look.
Okay. This bitch might be crazy. That's Labrys, no?
I am a shadow. The true self. That's my face.
I saw metal limbs, golden eyes, a ponytail, and a mirror image of Miss President's face, even though she was standing behind me trembling.
How about it? You wanted to see what I am, didn't you? Why does she look like me?
That's its true form. That thing is your shadow.
This is a shadow? She really came from inside me?
Rise tries to calm Miss President, but the girl shakes her head in denial and squeezes her eyes shut. While Miss President refuses to look at this mechanical-looking being, I now understand what's going on. This isn't the first time I've seen a robotic girl before. All the facts match up. The way she was able to run so fast without so much as breathing heavily, even in the TV world. The sense of wrongness that I had when Miss President asked me about killing my friends. The way she avoided telling me her name, that superhuman strength when she hit Chie, that incredible jump to get away from us, and the Shadow's ability to interfere with the senses of other people. As Margaret said, the pieces of the puzzle were laid out before me. They've all come together and now I can see the truth. She is indeed Labrys. Another weapon with a heart, stolen by someone unknown and thrown into the TV world, created this school and forced us to fight our friends. This deep-rooted depression regarding her past memories. All of this took the form of Labrys' shadow, who manipulated everything here.
Labrys, don't look away. If you don't accept her, she'll get even stronger.
Labrys only shivers when I call out to her. There has to be some reason why she believed that she was a student council president. But that's just a disguise. More for herself than for us. No matter how comfortable it is, it's only there to cloud her eyes from the truth.
I don't know what your past was like. It must have had some painful memories. But you have us with you now. We're going to get you out of here.
I call out to Labrys while keeping an eye on the shadow. The shadow is in the darkness within a person's heart. It's the darkness within a person's heart. Unless it's accepted by the person it came from, it will never disappear for good. But with that in mind, all we can do is watch over her as she accepts this darkness within her. We'll have to protect her when the shadow goes berserk and tries to kill her. But Labrys continues to shake her head and tremble violently. My words aren't getting through to her.
You hear that, me? Your friend is trying to tell you something. Too bad he doesn't understand at all. These clowns are so hopelessly naive.
The shadow laughs shrilly. It continues to smear more poison into Labrys' heart.
I wish I could make them feel my pain. What it's like having to murder one another. That sadness and pain and anguish. Everything went black, and I was always left alone.
I don't fucking care!
I'm a weapon. A machine made only to fight. No human can understand my suffering.
I don't fucking care.
Stop! I've had enough. I'm human. I'm not like that.
This isn't good. I settle into a fighting stance ready for anything. Though I have a good idea what's gonna happen.
Oh, you're still clinging to that. Then take a look at what you really are.
The shadow's eyes gleam with golden light. The change begins immediately. A shimmer runs across Labrys' body, and instead of the normal human girl there had been moments ago, she has a metallic body like her shadow.
No! No!
Loses all composure and scratches at her arm, trying to tear away the metal that had appeared. But there was more to her change than just her arms. Her legs, waist, chest, and even her head. Everything not covered by her clothing was now obviously mechanical. The reality she didn't want to face. There are no words we can say to her. No matter what we say, reality won't change. Labrys falls to her knees and finally mutters the words I was dreaming she'd say. I was dreading she'd say. To be continued is absolute craziness. Oh my goodness. I would play a bit more, but dude, I am sleepy. Not sleepy, but just a little tired, you know? Just a little tired. It's just all the reading. It's a lot more reading than I was expecting. Like, holy shit. But, you know, that's whatever. Peace out. I love y'all. And next time we stream this, I mean, you know, we're gonna probably do Yosuke's. We're gonna try and go in order. Yosuke, Chie, Yukiko, Kanji, next, Teddy, next, you know? But peace out, I love y'all. Tap in to the next one. Bye-bye.